Hey everyone, welcome back to MLWorks. In this video, we'll be discussing what is serialization and deserialization. It is a common concept used across programming languages to transform data into a binary format or a text format such that you can move the data from one location to other over the network. So to send our data, in a sense, like if you have Python list or a dictionary or a tuple or set, whatever, right? If you want to send them over something like what some other system, okay, over a network, you have to serialize them first, either into a binary format or some other format which is acceptable, and then it gets deserialized on the other hand by the same library. Okay, so that's what when you deserialize them and you end up getting the original object, whatever the Python object it was, either it is a list or a dictionary or whatever. So for this, right, we'll have or we'll use Python modules like Joblib and Pickle, JSON. So these are different modules that can be used to serialize the data into binary and text format. So first what we'll do is we'll use Pickle file, understand how to serialize and deserialize data in Pickle package. Okay, so Pickle is more specific to Python specific kind of a format for serialization. Okay, when it comes to JSON, it is applicable across different programming languages. We can use JSON, and Joblib is again more specific to Python. Okay, so what we do is first we'll be importing the package, which is import Pickle, and then we have our Python dictionary here, where we have objects containing string key value pairs, which containing key as string, and then string integer, and then we have string boolean and a list. So what we'll do is we'll pickle them and store it as a pickle file, and then we'll load the pickled object. To serialize the data, okay, which is this dictionary, what we do is we create a file with a mode of write byte. Okay, in byte format we want to write to this specific file, and the file name is data.pickle. Now while to write the pickle, this data object, what we have to do is we have to do something called as pickle.dump, and this will dump the data into the file because it is in write mode. Okay, now this data.pickle contains this data object dictionary. Now to deserialize, what we have to do is just again open the same file in the write mode. Okay, and then do pickle.load followed by the file name, and then you will get the not the file name, the file object. Okay, and you can load the data. So let us see here how it looks like. So the loaded data looks the same as what we have sent. We have a string here, integer, and string. This is boolean, this is a list. Okay, so we are able to unpickle the object and whatever we have pickled it using pickle.dump. Now few things, right? Pickle is Python specific, and what it does is it turns everything, right, whatever you the Python object you send into a byte stream, and it is not secure because we won't be knowing what we are unpickling. Okay, so we cannot trust the data if you are not aware what data is coming in. So that is a dangerous thing to do. If you are not aware of what the data is coming in, and if you end up unpickling it, then that can cause an issue. So this is with respect to pickle.dump and pickle.load, and this is for regular Python object. Now comes the JSON. So consider this is a dictionary, okay, and then what we do is we do JSON serialization and deserialization is using JSON.dumps and JSON.loads. So using JSON.dumps, okay, we'll be turning this into this JSON or dictionary, right, whatever the Python dictionary, into a JSON string. So nothing but you have a dictionary object. If you use JSON.dumps, what will happen is it will turn it into a JSON string. Okay, so this will be turned into a string. Now to undo that, okay, to deserialize the JSON string, what we do is JSON.loads, and we pass the JSON string and get the JSON data again. So this is one way of serializing and deserializing using JSON, which is directly based on the direct object applying on direct object. Now we can also do something called as using read and write from the file. So with open data.json, what we did earlier with the pickle read, so we can do the same. The only difference is here we had json.dumps. Here we'll be using json.dump. It's not, s is not present here. Okay, this is for in a write mode, and then we save the dictionary into the file as we done earlier for with the pickle. And here again to load the deserialize the JSON object, we can just do json.load. Okay, and we'll get our original object back. So let us run this. So this is the serialized JSON string. Okay, if you see, it contains everything in double quotes. That is JSON string. And when you load the JSON string, you will see this is the low or deserialized JSON string, and this is again deserialized JSON file, whatever we loaded, right, using here. So this is the one. Okay, so this is with respect to JSON, where we have two ways of serialization. One is using .dumps and .loads, and that is .dump and .load. We have yes for playing on top of the object, and then here we do it with the on top of a file. Okay, so this is what it's mentioned here. JSON.dumps returns a JSON string, JSON.dump writes a JSON to a file. Okay, and loads parses a JSON string, and load parses and from a file, read and parses the file. Okay, this is with respect to JSON. Now we have machine learning models where we save the models in Pickle format or PT format in PyTorch or in .keras format in TensorFlow. Now here what we'll do is we'll use simple Joblib library to serialize and deserialize the data. So Joblib is a library for Python that provides tools for pipelining Python object jobs, particularly useful for saving and loading large NumPy arrays. Okay. And then Joblib is more efficient than Pickle for large NumPy arrays. Okay, it uses different serialization format and it's optimized for performance. So it is widely used for serialization and deserialization in machine learning models. So what we do here, first we import the packages for creating a machine learning model, and then we import Joblib for serialization. So here we try to train a model. Okay, and then we dump using joblib.dump. Okay, and we'll create a file rf_model.joblib, and we pass our model object. Now this will create our pickled or serialized object or serialized model. Now when you want to load the model again, you can use something called a joblib.load and send the file name. Okay, and this will load the model, and then you can predict also. Once the model is loaded, you can also predict. So let us run this. So you will see here we have trained a model, dumped the model using this, we loaded the same model again, and then we predicted on the loaded model. Okay, so this is one way of what serializing and deserializing data in machine learning. Okay, now we'll also do the same using Pickle also. So we have a model here trained, so we can use pickle.dump. Okay, and then we can create a serialized object, and then we can load the model using pickle.load, and we can just read this pickle file in a read format, read mode. Okay, so this is one way, other way of loading the machine learning model. So internally, what happens when we try to serialize, there are a bunch of things that is happening. One is type encoding. Since we have different data types, we have to ensure each data type is encoded in different format such that there is no confusion while deserializing. Okay, so there is recursion/walking. Okay, serializer often recursively walk and nested structures, because there is a structure to what you're trying to serialize, right? There is a structure to it, so we do it recursively. And here, so since there are certain objects which are repeated, okay, in while you are trying to serialize, it uses something called as memoization to avoid duplication. And there are different protocol versions while pickling also. So you can, the greater the number of the version, better is the efficiency. And when it comes to Pickle, it is Python specific, and when it comes to JSON, it is language independent. Okay, so let's understand for Pickle what happens, right? It uses something called as opcode based protocol for serializing the object. So whenever you do a serialization using Pickle, what will happen, right? you will see an header like this. This is the protocol version. /x80/x04 is the protocol version. And there will be something called as a marker for each of those Python object, right? Either it is a list or dictionary or anything, there will be a marker to it. And we encode each key value with a type marker. Okay, so this is the marker which is talked about, mark, dict, string. These are the tags that are used for denoting the structure. And as I said earlier, we use memoization to track the repeated objects. So we'll understand this also, right? How the structure looks like once you pickle or serialize a specific Python object. So see here, we are importing a package called as Pickle tools, which will tell us how it is getting pickled or serialized using these different things, right? What we talked about, like what are the different instructions that have been happening in the backend for serialization. So let me run this. So here, first of all, let's understand we have a name, alias, age 25, and we have 3 spaces in between, 2 colons, and these 2 specific curly braces. So what we do is we just do something called as pickle.dumps and send the data, and we'll be describing it using pickle tools. So here you will notice, so 0, and this is protocol, I think. Okay, as I said earlier, right, 80 represents the protocol versions, and this is empty dict. Okay, this is kind of a mark, right? This is a mark, and this is memoization, because there are certain objects which are getting repeated multiple times. So this one can be one of the things which are getting repeated. The space is getting repeated 3 times. Okay, so we'll see memoization 3 times here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is quite different. We have to understand what it is actually. So for each of these terms, right, alias, age, all these things are turned into an binary format here. Okay, and it is stored in certain way. Now here 25 is stored as K, and the set items mark at 13. Then this is U stop. Okay, so highest protocol among opcodes is 4. This is the highest protocol among opcodes. So this is the way it gets stored when we are trying to serialize the data. Okay, now when you deserialize, what will happen is it reads the byte stream or JSON string and rebuilds the each object. If it is a dictionary, it is turned, each key is turned into, each key, right? It is rebuilt as a key. Okay, if it is a JSON string, it will be corresponding format will be pulled up or mapped. Similarly, for class instance, it reinstantiates it and sets its attributes. For Pickle, interpret opcodes to restore the object tree. For JSON, parse the string using grammar and create the appropriate native Python types. So everything gets restored as it is, as the original data frame, or not data frame, like data object, whatever it was. So yeah, so what we have seen in this video right now is we talked about JSON, we talked about Pickle, then we talked about Joblib and how they serialize and deserialize the objects, Python objects. So with that, I'll be concluding this video. Thank you for watching.